Yeah, you already know what it is. Your host, Paul Frank, reporter for DJYTV. We gonna get right into it. And I look today, I was on an early morning grind, came across the video of Megan Thee Stallion, the WAP star, basically put out a video where she's kind of going in on Tory Lanez and the whole situation that happened with her getting shot. It's kind of crazy because you can see her getting worked up. She's getting angry at the people that's pointing the finger, saying she dry snitching and a bunch of crazy conspiracies behind what happened. And she goes ahead and gives us more details of the story, basically explaining that Tory Lanez and her and the people in the car were involved in some kind of falling out. And she was actually walking away from the car like she had enough of this. But, you know, this guy basically, you know what I'm saying, it was hanging out or whatever. She is leaving, you know what I'm saying? She gets out of the car, she starts walking away from the car, and this man is in the back seat firing shots at her, actually hit her in the foot as she's trying to, you know what I'm saying, just leave him and go do her own thing. Now, the crazy part is she was forced to kind of try to just like keep that on the wraps because obviously there was cops involved. She even explained that at one point there was a helicopter flying around and she didn't want to get killed by police because obviously police is outside killing folks for no reason. So this is, you know what I'm saying, very crazy time. So if you end up in a situation like that, I feel like I would have did the same thing because the police is the real enemy. Why you got Tory Lanez shooting at this lady for? She fine as hell. I mean, why you even doing this? You know what I mean? To me, it's like a clown move. But hey, you know, I don't know what goes on through these people's head. I'm just here to report. But check it out, man. She even says that, you know what I'm saying, like when she was dealing with the cops, she was scared, fearing for their own life. So she did that to protect Tory Lanez and everybody in the car. So I completely get where she was coming from. You can see in the video she's getting super worked up about what happened. And she's mad at the people going and pointing the finger at her, saying she dry snitching and all this kind of crazy stuff. She even said that Tory Lanez and his team is actually dragging the story even more because they on the internet trying to act like they didn't really do that and this and that and the third. And it's really interesting to see. So I came across that video. You guys need to check that out because you can see the intensity and the nerves that she's, you know, working up as she's telling all that. But the other thing I wanted to talk to y'all about was Nas went on the Ebro show with Laura Styles and Rosenberg. They talked about the new album. They talked about a bunch of stories, but basically he broke down the meaning of the new album, King's Disease, which I thought in my head, King's Disease has something to do with the corona pandemic that we're all dealing with at the moment. And, you know, he actually went ahead and said that that's really not what it was meant to be, but because of the way it worked out, you know what I'm saying, kind of worked out in his favor. But King's Disease basically means all the good and bad that comes with being a king and the responsibilities of being a king. Like, you know, kings got access to money, women, power, you know, substances. So he said, you know, a king might drink too much wine, might eat too much good food, and it comes with the problems and the responsibilities behind that. He also shared some really cool stories, and he kind of cleared the air about what happened with him and Tupac. He actually said that, you know, Tupac was getting ready to present an award and, you know, kind of cross paths with Nas. They had some words, but it was kind of meant to be a conversation that was meant to happen, you know, meant to happen later on. One thing led to another, a lot of misunderstanding, and actually Nas' brother Jungle was beefing with Pac already. So he cleared the story basically that we all have heard before from Snoop Dogg and various other people that was involved and stuff like that. But he said it was all love. You know, at one point he said, you know, the night that Pac got shot when he was out in Vegas, he was actually out in Vegas and he visited Pac, but at the same time he was out there to kind of try to squash everything, just put everything behind. He also talked about being mentioned in the Roxanne movie, which a lot of you, I don't know if you guys seen it or familiar with. Roxanne is an old school rapper, female rapper. It kind of set the trend for a lot of the things that came out of hip hop and the way that it evolved out from the PJs in New York, Queensbridge. And basically Nas was mentioned in the movie. He was, you know, depicted as a small kid because obviously Roxanne was older at the time. And, you know, he actually said that Roxanne, they used to see Roxanne was like a ghetto celebrity, hood star that was influencing a lot of people to rap, and Roxanne actually stepped to Little Nas to kind of try to set him in the right path and push him to keep working on his craft. So I thought that was dope for all inspiring MCs out there. You know, we got to keep doing it. We got to keep working at it. We're here to motivate and not tear anybody down. You know, this is DJ Y TV. Shout out to DJ Y, DJ Y Jr., by the way. Shout out to all the subscribers. I thought that story was dope. Also touched on the subject of Amy Winehouse and how there's more unreleased music from her and him that has not been put out yet, but it exists. And at some point in the future, it might be released. It's just a matter of, you know, the right conditions and circumstances for that to take place. And also want to remind y'all that today is Freestyle Friday on DJ Y TV. So we're going to be dropping another freestyle for you on the next video at some point today. So please expect that. Guys, hit the comments, subscribe, hit the bell for the notification. I'm your host, Paul Frank, with DJ Y TV. Salute. Catch me on the next one.
Hey, you already know what it is. Hit the notification bell, subscribe to DJ Y TV.